Hello, this is Amanda Schroeder, and I am on a team with Mark Humphreys, Fabio Cunha, and Kelly Dolan. Today I'll be speaking to you about the deli at Baggot Street Bistro. Baggot Street Bistro is a cafeteria located at Mercy Hospital in Cedar Rapids. The cafeteria is open 24/7 and offers several food options to both hospital staff and visitors. Food station options include hot entrees, sides, a full-service salad bar, grab-and-go burgers, pizza, and the deli, which we will be focusing on today. Unlike other food stations within Baggot Street Bistro, the deli has limited hours and operates from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. The scope of our project focuses on custom-made sandwiches within the deli operations. The deli operates similarly to Subway restaurants, where customers line up and place their customized sandwich order. The study does not include the checkout process within the cafeteria and does not include grab-and-go sandwich options. Raw ingredients arrive in a centralized location within Baggot Street Bistro and then are distributed to the specific food stations within the cafeteria. Since the scope of our project focuses just on the deli, we will only be focusing on the ingredients physically located within the deli, not the cafeteria as a whole. The workforce analyzed in the study is also isolated to the deli and does not include employees operating other food stations. There are 2 employees that work in the deli. Customers of the deli have a wide array of options to pick from. The first step in the order process is for customers to select a type of bread. Breads are categorized as either basic or upscale. Between both basic and upscale breads, there are a total of 14 bread options for customers to pick from. The second decision customers need to make is what kind of spread they would like. Spreads include options such as guacamole or ranch. There are 6 different spread options. The third selection customers make is which protein they would like, and they have 9 different options to pick from. Some of the protein options would be turkey, bacon, or egg salad. The fourth choice customers make is what cheese they would like. The deli offers 5 different cheese options. Finally, the customer can pick from amongst 10 different veggie options during step 5 of the custom sandwich experience. After the customer chooses from the several raw ingredient options, they leave with a wrapped, customized sandwich which serves as the output for this project. For our study, we had a team member on location at the Baggot Street Bistro Deli for a 4-hour window. The window included both peak and non-peak hours. Process and sub-process times were recorded for each customer order. Observations were also recorded for employee movements within the deli workspace and employee downtime. Our team calculated waiting, inter-arrival, and processing times. After data collections, process and sub-process averages and standard deviations were calculated. Once data collection was complete, we were then able to compare operations during peak and non-peak hours, standard versus deluxe menu options, and cold versus toasted sandwiches. Here we have an outline of the process flow. The process as a whole has a mean of 100.86 seconds with a standard deviation of 84.3 seconds. Each piece of data noted in each step of the process is represented in seconds. To start off, we wanted to visually represent customer selection, which is displayed in the first box. Customer selection impacts every step of the process and is factored into the standard deviation. Given the impact the customer selection has, this ended up being one of our focus areas. Step 1 is bread selection. As previously mentioned, customers have 14 different bread selections to choose from. The customer places their bread order with employee number 1, and this step takes a mean of 8 seconds to complete with a standard deviation of 5.02 seconds. The customer then places their spread, protein, and cheese selections also with employee number 1. This step takes a mean of 29.86 seconds with a standard deviation of 12.84 seconds. The customer then decides if they want their sandwich toasted. We observed that 67% of customers chose to have their sandwich toasted. Employee number 1 will either move their sandwich to the toaster or direct to work in process. Toasting has been identified as our main bottleneck, taking a mean of 66.8 seconds to complete with a standard deviation of 8.17 seconds. All sandwiches go into work in process before employee number 2 starts taking customer veggie orders. Veggies take a mean of 22.07 seconds with a standard deviation of 14.84 seconds to complete. Finally, employee number 2 wraps up all sandwiches, which takes 17.07 seconds with a standard deviation of 7.85 seconds. Wrapping has also been identified as a focus area. Let's talk about some improvement opportunities. First, let's improve menu design. Take a look at the digital menu on the right-hand side of the presentation. The menu is very cluttered and difficult for customers to read. A simplified menu would be less overwhelming for customers. Second, we highly recommend reducing the number of menu options. As mentioned earlier, there are 14 different breads, 6 different spreads, 9 proteins, 5 cheeses, and 10 different veggies to pick from. Less options would simplify the customer decision process. It would also help the deli manage turnover of ingredients and get rid of low take rate options that run the risk of spoilage. Third, we would like to see an improvement in counter visualization. Today, the fresh ingredients are hidden by the pile of chips that can be seen in the photo on the slide. If the chips are relocated, the customers would have an enhanced visualization of their options. We would also recommend the deli consider adding signage to the glass in front of the toppings so customers could read the order instructions while they are peering down on the ingredient options. Another improvement opportunity involves wait times. There are times when the deli line gets extremely long. To help reduce wait times, we recommend implementing a sandwich ordering app. This app would be super handy for repeat customers, such as hospital staff, who are already familiar with how the deli operates. The app would allow the deli to operate like a Panera Bread, where customers place their order in advance and then come to a designated location to pick up their custom-made sandwich that is already prepared. We would also recommend creating new, standard pre-made sandwiches based upon existing customer favorites. Today's pre-made sandwiches are bland and boring, such as classic ham and cheese. We recommend adding some new, exciting premium sandwiches that are designed around frequent orders customers are placing at the deli today. During our time at the deli, we learned that there are many repeat customers who enjoy a turkey bacon club. If customers were more enticed by the pre-made sandwiches, we would have less people in line at the deli ordering custom-made sandwiches, which would improve our processing times. As noted on our process flow slide, inventory is backing up at the toaster due to processing time. There are even some customers who request their sandwich to go through the toaster twice. On average, toasting is taking 66.8 seconds. We would recommend the deli consider adding a third toaster oven or investing in more efficient toasting equipment. Another opportunity is improving end-of-line sandwich wrapping. Today, every sandwich is wrapped, regardless of whether or not it is dine-in or takeaway. As noted earlier, wrapping on average takes 17 seconds. We would recommend that employee number 2 ask the customer if they are dining in or taking out. If the customer is going to dine in, employee number 2 can simply place the sandwich in a basket and avoid the time it takes to wrap the sandwich. Another improvement suggestion would be to look at possibly flexing staff. Today there are 2 employees working in the deli. We would recommend having both employees trained on each other's jobs so they could help one another out if one gets backed up. We would also recommend the Baggot Street Bistro as a whole review the possibility of flexing staff from other areas in the cafeteria during peak deli hours. For example, if the burger station is not busy, have one of the employees trained to help out at the deli during peak hours. Our final recommendation for improvement is to maximize organization and space utilization. Today, gloves are stored amongst the food counter space. Let's look at relocating them so we can have sellable products located there instead. The bread options are also hidden. Let's get those inside of our customers so they have visual access to their options. There are quite a few future studies we would be interested in conducting. First, how does processing time vary when comparing employees to hospital guests? If the new premium sandwich grab and goes are implemented, how will that impact deli sales? Do other stations within Baggot Street Bistro impact the deli sales? For example, does the deli gain sales on salad bar day but lose sales on steak day? This might lead to an opportunity in flexing staff across the cafeteria. Does toaster demand vary in relation to weather? The deli might need to schedule more staff on colder days. It might be valuable for the deli to track raw material usage to better gain optimal order quantities. The deli could use a camera to gain better granularity of processing time from minutes into seconds. Finally, we would like to study the difference in processing times across different types of sandwiches. For example, how long does a wrap take in comparison to a pretzel bun sandwich? Thank you for listening to our presentation on the deli at Baggot Street Bistro. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mark Humphreys, Fabio Cunha, Kelly Dolan, or Amanda Schroeder.